Let me ask you a question. What was Paul's name before it was Paul?
Prometheus.
No, it was Saul. Okay. So you're making commentary about biblical figures. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, Catholicism. They crucified Jesus.
Zero.
And then adopted Christianity.
Zero. You are so all over the place. It's crazy.
Yeah. I'm going to explain it to you, brother. Look, the thing is, if you have like a
Zero.
so
Stop.
People who
Stop.
Yeah.
We don't do that here. If you want to attack my Bible, but you don't know anything about it, don't come in here asking stupid questions like, was Jesus crucified by the Roman Catholics?
I thought I'd mention that although not corrupted, like it's not corrupted, but it's not the word of Jesus verbatim from Jesus' perspective as revelation.
How do you know that?
Right? Huh?
How do you know that?
It was compiled by Paul based on.
Okay, so I'm going to stop you. I'm going to stop you right there because you're already going full Muslim on me. Because Christianity, which was
Muslim,
full Muslim. I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to explain to you what that means. Okay. Now, number one, let me ask you a question. What was Paul's name before it was Paul?
Prometheus.
No, it was Saul. Okay. His name was Saul. And what was Saul known for before he had a revelation from Jesus Christ at Damascus? What was he known for doing?
Being a traitor.
No, that's Judas. So you're making commentary about biblical figures. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, so
but your commentary is actually horrendous because you said that Paul was the one who compiled it, or Paul was the one who gathered it. Paul wasn't. First of all, Christianity already existed for quite some time because Paul, when he was Saul, was going around executing people for practicing Christianity and worshiping Jesus Christ. So how the hell could Paul have been the one to make these compilations of Jesus' sayings when in the beginning, when in the earlier portion of his adult life, he was actually going around executing Christians?
Just like Catholicism. They crucified Jesus and then adopted Christianity.
Zero. You are so all over the place. It's crazy.
Yeah. I'm going to explain it to you, brother. Look, the thing is, if you have like
Zero.
So
Stop.
Yeah.
We don't do that here. We are going to address the fallacious point that you made in the beginning. I don't allow waffling. I can't stand that. So I'm going to say to you again.
Bro, the Roman Catholics, did they crucify Jesus or not?
Zero.
Okay. I'm asking you a question. Did the Roman Catholics crucify Jesus or not?
The Roman Catholics did not exist at the time of the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. I don't know if you've ever picked up a history book or not, but I'm going to ask you again. What was the statement that you made?
Pontius Pilatus, the governor of...
Zero. If you keep interrupting me and you don't have the ability to track a conversation, I'm just going to move on, brother. Because you're not listening,
bro.
No, it's not about indoctrination. You're talking about indoctrination and you don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Every statement that you have made...
I'm listening. You speak.
You're not even listening now. Even while you're saying you're listening, you're not listening because you're talking over me. Every historical statement that you made has been false. And even when I ask you follow-up questions, you've answered them all wrong. So I'm going to go back to what you said earlier. You stated that who was the one who compiled the sayings of Jesus? You said Paul, right?
Yes.
Okay. How could Paul, first of all, Paul did not know Jesus when he walked around on earth in his incarnate form. Paul did not walk with Jesus. You're thinking about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. You're thinking about the 12 disciples or the original 11 because Judas ended up unaliving himself. Paul came later on after he had a revelation from Christ at Damascus because he was going around executing Christians. How could he have compiled the sayings of Jesus when he was known for executing Christians who had been worshiping Jesus as God?
Can I answer that or not?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I answer? Mm-hmm. So, first of all, I'd like to ask you, from my knowledge, is that from what I know, and not just through Islamic reference, but through historical reference, is that Paul compiled 2/3 of the New Testament. Is that correct or not?
So Paul did contribute writings to the New Testament. Right, yes. He wrote the book of Corinthians. He wrote the book of Philippians. Those were letters that he was writing to the churches, correct. He didn't compile them. He wrote those letters. Do you know the difference?
I'm open to listening.
Okay, so
Well, like Uthman wrote the Quran differently.
Say that
Paul wrote letters.
right.
The compilation of the Bible was done in councils 400 years later, but the letters were written and used for 370 years on.
Right. So the verses in the
compiling.
Bible are not letters, right?
Zero what?
The Bible itself, when you read, it's not the letters, is it?
Okay, here. So the Bible consists of two main parts: the Torah, right, the Old Testament, and the New Testament, what you guys would call the Injil. You put those two books together, and we have the entirety of the Bible. Now, the New Testament is compiled of the Gospels: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The letters of Paul, right? Revelation. John wrote Revelation after he was exiled to the island of Patmos. What am I missing, Chris?
Peter and James also wrote letters.
Yes, Peter and James.
So everything is based on the disciples witnessing Jesus.
That's yes, correct. Congratulations. That's how history works. Correct.
The New Testament.
In
The
the
Old
New Testament,
Testament is pre-Jesus, talking about
So Chris,
2,000
I'm
years
just
of
trying to
history.
link. Yeah, I'm just trying to link. So you mentioned 400 years after Paul, the council compiled the witnessing the actual Bible, right?
The code, the earliest
what they
codices.
did-
Yes.
Yep.
Right. So what was that Bible called? The New Testament.
What?
No,
When the council compiled the Bible 400 years after Paul, you mentioned, right?
yep.
Mm-hmm.
What did they call that?
The Bible.
What did they
The
call
Bible.
that?
The Bible.
Okay, cool. The Bible.
Yes.
So,
Or the
what
book.
did Paul do? Did Paul contribute at all, or not? Did they take anything from
Right.
Paul?
Yes, we've made it clear
Oh.
that Paul's letters were included in the New Testament. Yes.
Okay, how much of
He
Paul's
wasn't at
letters?
the meeting.
Sorry, yeah, it wasn't the major. Okay, I understand. So people saying that he compiled 2/3 was actually referring to his letters being present in the Bible.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, how much of Paul's stuff is in the Bible?
Paul. Okay, here. Paul wrote. I'm going to answer this question, and then we're going to get back to it because you're not actually addressing the prompt. All right. Paul wrote the book of Romans, Corinthians, Galatians, Philippians, Thessalonians, and Philemon.
In
Wrote.
Ephesians,
And
Timothy.
in Ephesians.
and
Yeah. Other
Romans.
letters such as Ephesians,
Wait,
Colossians,
Paul's
Timothy,
letters.
and Titus as well.
So Paul's letters became Philippians, Galatians, what you mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Okay.
So what's Paul as a figure in Christianity? Can I ask?
What do you mean? What is he?
What is his role in Christianity?
He's a divinely inspired writer of the Bible.
Divinely inspired writer of the Bible.
Of part of the Bible.
Of part of the Bible, of part of the New Testament.
Part of the Bible, right. Why did so okay, so wow, so he's revered.
Yes.
Yeah. As
But
an,
you
as an
said that he
apostle,
went
yes.
around crucifying people that followed Jesus.
Before his experience with Jesus at Damascus. Yes.
Oh, so he became a Christian later, you're saying?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm following that. I am following that. Okay. So I don't understand how you're saying that this is not related to the prompt because it's talking about
Because
the
we're talking
compilation
about
of the
because
Bible.
I'm telling you to prove that biblical corruption exists. You're
Yeah,
just
so-
you're just
no,
you're
no,
just
we're
making
just
it clear
getting
that
to the fact
you
of-
don't know anything about the Bible or how it was compiled.
Oh, you were there?
I'm sorry?
Like you have more knowledge than me?
Obviously.
Okay, cool. So it's very related to the compilation of the Bible and who compiled it, whether it's corrupted or not. This is on topic.
Okay. So prove that anything in your line of questioning follows with proving biblical corruption.
Yeah, no. So I haven't attacked you. We're just going through the motions.
Okay, brother, listen, I don't have time for you to go through the motions. Either get to your point or I'm going to move on.
Yeah, no. What do you mean? We're talking about the compilation of the Bible.
Correct. We have established that the Bible was compiled the way that it was.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing, which is the problem.
Okay.
What do you mean we're talking about
Zero.
who
If you
compiled
say
it,
what
so-
do you mean one more time, brother, you can walk out and not let the door hit you on the butt on the way out. I don't have time for this today. I don't have time. If you're going to sit here and ask me stupid questions, either you have an argument about proving biblical corruption or you don't. And you clearly don't have the historical knowledge of the Bible. You didn't even know who Paul was before he was Paul. And then you made an erroneous statement about the one who compiled the sayings of Jesus, which wasn't Paul, because Paul wasn't even a Christian. Paul wasn't even Paul at the time that Jesus walked on earth. He didn't walk with Jesus while Jesus walked on earth.
Okay, so were Catholics Christian before Jesus?
No. There was no Christian before Jesus, because Christian means followers of Christ.
Yeah, that's right. So, Maverick, you said before that Romans didn't exist at the time of Jesus.
That's not what I said. I said Roman Catholics didn't exist at the time of his crucifixion.
No, okay.
Okay, Zero.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah,
Zero.
No, what I'm saying
you
is...
said, okay, no, you don't, listen, stop, brother, stop.
No, you
What
need to understand this point.
I don't need to understand anything because you're being obnoxious and you're being insufferable.
No. Listen, don't miss this point.
Bye. Have a good one, brother. Have a good one. I don't have time for you. I don't. You guys are not going to piss me off today. All right. I made it clear that I was not playing with you. You came in here and asked 76 idiotic questions in a row looking for a history lesson on biblical compilation. If you're not armed with the facts, if you want to attack my Bible, but you don't know anything about it, don't come in here asking stupid questions like, was Jesus crucified by the Roman Catholics? The Roman Catholic... Chris, when
ammo ready to go, brother.
No, he did the same thing last time. He asked me, Chris, did you not hear him say, was Jesus crucified by the Roman Catholics?
Absolutely.
Okay, what he meant were the Romans. Now, if he would have said, was Jesus crucified by the Romans? Yes. But equating the Romans to the Roman Catholics, you fool, is not the same thing. The Roman Catholics are Catholics who are Roman. How could Catholics have existed if there was no Christianity yet? Catholicism was a later denomination of Christianity. How could there be a denomination of Christianity if Christ had yet to be crucified? I cannot have conversations on a show like this with a kindergartner. And don't come, Muslims, I'm warning you right now. There's something that irritates me quickly. Don't, especially when I'm talking, say, but wait. That pisses me off because I know you guys are trying to run a script and I'm going to take a sledgehammer to it. I don't tolerate that crap.